So, we're doing another loadout video. Today we're going to be covering my, if you go by my level, my quote-unquote main, my highest level, which is Moji. Now, I loved Moji. I really liked Moji when she came out. I came in during OB64. I liked Moji when she came out. Moji sucked ass, in my opinion. She was this OP character that everyone spammed, and I was not one of those people that liked those OP characters that everyone spammed. So, I waited a little bit further down the line. I would probably say, because I came in for January. I came in at the tail end of OB64, right around OB65. I actually came in, no, I think I came in OB65. I came in the day after the update. I came in after Moji release, like the day after Moji release. I'm like, why is everyone spamming this character? I mean, yeah, you know, it's cute, adorable, but... Moji! So let's look at what Moji does. I ended up becoming a Moji main because there's just no stopping me. I was the tank. If you needed me to heal, I was there. If you needed me to tank, I was there. If you needed me to flank, I was there. You just need a lot of damage, I was there. That's why I used to love Moji. And my builds are pretty much the same. I am getting rid of one build that we're going to mix it up a little bit. My normal build's first rule of Fight Club because, well, what's the first rule of Fight Club? That's a pretty dedicated build. Flank Healer was specifically for Toot. I never used Toot in its heyday, though. I've always used Boom Boom. Let's get one thing out of the way. When it comes to me and Moji, our little love-hate relationship, you know, Kame did a video yesterday / this morning about Moji, what happened to you? I've never really had a problem with the range. I think the reason why I stopped playing Moji is because they increased the rate of fire you can do your, and they increased the damage ceiling, but what they did is they took away my long range damage. Now I could get 250 shots with Moji's L2 at long range, and you did get headshot damage. I could get 400 damage pretty easily, 425 with Moji's L2, and now I can't do that anymore. So, to me, my long-range potential on the character has been just destroyed, and then it's between her and Sky. Now, the thing is, Sky has invisibility and stealth. Yes, she can get found out with Illuminate, but she doesn't have a giant fucking turtle hitbox, which Moji unfortunately does. Rest in peace, Moji. Her hitbox is just the bane of her existence. But she does have a good kit. Her ult is a high skill, high reward. You have to hit it, and then once you hit it, there's no guarantee you can finish it. You have your magic barrier, which is actually a good setup for your damage, and you can use it to reflect shit back at people if you know how to time it. Her scamper's pretty shitty, but that's what we're going to focus on. So what cards should you be running on Moji? Well, there's a couple of cards here. There's usually 1 or 2 free slots that you'll have. Let's start. Scurry is shit. I would not recommend using Scurry. If you want to do that, run Toot instead. For those that don't know, Toot causes you to leave behind a healing cloud. It used to be multiple healing clouds, but they nerfed that. But a healing cloud that heals basically 200 health per second. So it's 3 seconds, 600 health, and it heals to 600 health over 3 seconds. Now that actually does do a decent amount for support. It used to give you a speed boost. It no longer does that. So a lot of people don't run it as much, they run Boom Boom, but I've always run Boom Boom. I know how great Boom Boom is. Scurry is shit, don't use Scurry. Boop is interesting because if you put some points into it, you can get 40% movement speed after using Scamper, so technically you can move faster outside of your Scamper than you can in it. But that's not what we're going for. Same thing with Scoot. I would not run that card to reduce the cooldown of Scamper. It is greatly outmatched by Peppy. I think a lot of people forget about that. Same thing with Shimmering. Don't run Shimmering, run Peppy. Same thing with Harmonious. Don't run Harmonious because remember, at tier 5, that's going to heal you for 500 health if you're hit. Now, if that was 500 health per hit, that'd be great, but it's a one-time bonus. Same thing, this right here, this heals you for 200 health per second while Magic Barrier is active, but your Magic Barrier is active for only 2 seconds, so you're only going to be getting a 400 health back. Now, a lot of people run Cozy at 5 and Harmonious at high, and they're like, I get a 900 heal! And then I just shoot you with 1,000 bursts when you come out of it, so... yeah, good job with that. Glimmer being hit grants movement speed. That is a horrible card. You do not want to be going fast in your Magic Barrier. But a lot of people do, so meh. Magic Marks can last longer. This is a nice card, especially because they did buff this card recently to make it I shouldn't say recently. They buffed this card sometime in the last 5 years, and it's now at 4 seconds. It went up from 3 to 4. That used to be 0.6, now it's 0.8, so that's decent. But your magic marks, you don't really need them up that long. If you do, that's kind of scary. Greater Good is a strong card. Morning Breath is a strong card. Nature's Blessing. See, Morning Breath here is the stronger card, in my opinion, compared to Boop, because you're going to be using your L2 a lot, and this is giving you 20% movement speed bonuses for 2 seconds. Now, remember, if you are going to be running Boom Boom, which you should be doing, because it's the only card you should ever run on Moji, then you're detonating a magic mark will damage all enemies within 15 units of the victim. It also applies magic marks to them as well. Remember, your R2 is now an area. See, it used to be the reverse. Your R2 was a direct damage, your L2 was a direct damage, but if you ran Boom Boom, it changed your L2 into an area damage that you had to counter with direct damage. Now, she has a area damage and direct damage. It's not great. But this is the build we're going for here, because these cards are fantastic. Kills granting movement speed is actually, in my opinion, better than like Boop or Glimmer. Boop, I just don't like it. It is valuable, but I just don't like it. Alright, so these are the key cards that you should have in every Moji build. This is what you want to go for. Sometimes you can take Symbiotic out. I'm putting Wobbles in because that's the card I'm building around. And that... I could take Symbiotic out. No. This is the build we're going for right here. Symbiotic is one of those great cards that adds a filler. And the reason why this card is so great, this and Moxie for Pip, is because it increases all healing below 50% health. Not just healing from other players. That means you're able to increase life rep, which is something I would recommend on Moji. It's something you can increase with, you know, it's basically free increase in healing. If you have a way to heal yourself, you're going to be able to do a lot with this. So what we're going to do, we are going to put Wobbles in there at 30%. I want to give this a shot. And then we're going to put this at 4, and we're going to put this at 4. And Peppy should be in every build at 3 or higher. 3, 4, 5. If you play Moji, do not run cooldown cards. Run Peppy. Because trust me, she's a snowball killer. She is severely a snowball killer. What are we going to name this? Alright, Puss in Q. Hopefully this is not like the last video where someone insta-locked Leanne as soon as I got into the lobby, so I had to DC, take my 30-minute deserter penalty, and make the video the next morning. But we're going to try and do this. I just love Moji. I just love the fact that she was the first character to me that could do so many other things. Because Khan hadn't been released yet. I came in, I started playing Moji like a month before Khan came out, because Khan came out like April, May. No, he came out in April. And Moji had come out at the end of January, the beginning of February. I didn't play her until mid-March. And then Khan was coming out in April. But Moji was the first character that could heal outside of the support class because of Toot. And then, you know, Khan came out and they gave the buff to Sky later on down the road. But I loved the fact that Moji could heal. I love that you could build her up like a tank. I love that she had just so much damage and so much healing. I mean, she was the first character I got to level 50. She was the first character I was, like, grinding and ranked with. It would be between Moji and Talus. You'd have to leave one of the two open if you were banning in ranked. It's like, okay, so we need to get rid of Moji, we need to get rid of Talus, and we need to get rid of Terminus. So, for me, it'd be like, okay, yeah, if I'm at the top of the queue, if I had the first pick, like, if I was the first pick, first ban, I would take out Talus, and hopefully they didn't take out Moji. If they took out Moji, then, you know, I'd be like, hey, what do y'all want? But look at my level 50s. I did just get Zin up to 50. People ask me, though, why don't you play Moji anymore? Well, because they kind of killed her with this last patch. The last patch that made her better for everybody else. I mean, it's now harder for me to get my massive life rep. For me, I was always able to sustain myself incredibly well on Moji because of the amount of life rep and kill to heal you could get, especially in your builds. Now I can't get that anymore because of the fact that they just nerfed her damage for me. You know, I have screenshots of games of 200 plus K damage with Moji with 40 some odd kills. Just absolutely brawling, going in and shredding. Not just little chinky kill steals that I see. Right now, Moji is pretty much a 1v1 close range character. I don't like that. Also, high res, give me the ability to do something with all these chests that I have that I can't open. I have a little box of horrors, a feudal chest, 2 diamond chests, and 2 gold chests. And this battle pass is now going to be giving me an additional diamond chest.
Leon.
Choose your champion.
This is not a good map for Moji.
Make your champion your own.
This is not a good map for Moji. I'd say it's not a good... I'm going to be playing tank. No, we have a Ying. Maybe Ying Genos will be on point. She doesn't do well on maps that have long, straight sightlines. This is the only fucking Onslaught map in the game with long, straight sightlines. So no tank on either side. Their team is more problematic for me because they have automatic fire champions that can burst me down a lot easily. They can just sit there and go da -da 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 -da. Specifically Vivian with her fucking shield. I may need Illuminate to deal with Strix. I know the first thing I need to buy, and this is the mistake a lot of people make with Moji, is they first pick Cauterize. You don't want to be doing that. You want to get kill to heal, you want to get life rip, you need to be able to sustain yourself. Because she's a dive tank. Think of Moji as like a diva.
No, we don't eat them. They're friends.
Boom, boom. We're going to try this so that we get the damage reduction while we're scampering. And just to show you guys, Scamper does not go that far. You can cross the spawn room. I couldn't even fully cross the spawn room either. Pick up my kill on life rip. I will be picking up, by the way, I will pick up Cauterize, and I will pick up Haven. Things you should always get on Moji. Seeing as they removed her CC card from her loadout, which was incredibly strong, Resilience is great. As our Blast Shield, Haven, Illuminate. Again, these are all subjective. I see people buying Chronos and Nimble. Never do that. You don't even need Morale Boost either because of her loadout cards, where you can basically put Morale Boost in your loadout. Master Rider should be the only yellow item you're getting. I'm gonna go up top. Yeah, they're coming up top. This ain't good. Yeah, I missed that magic mark on Strix. Can I get okay, Luminary, what's she running? Resonance and Morale, okay. Yeah, I need to be retreating here. Nope. Bring the DL2 on. I need caught. Coming down the corner. Got a Vivian shield. Vivian shield just makes her impossible to deal with as Moji.
Help the middle.
See what happens.
Kind of hard to do. I love that we have 2 healers and I actually cannot get a heal to save my life. There's Haven. We have 2 healers and I straight up can't get a heal. And because they nerf Moji, it makes it too hard for me to actually heal.
Help the middle. Help the middle.
Here. Yeah, I can't heal myself through that. Yeah, 5 and 4. This is why I stopped playing Moji. They just nerfed her sustain too much for me. The damage reduction on Scamper is nice. That was just me trying to get an L2 on her. I don't like the faster rate of fire on the L2 compared to how I used to play her, so, I mean, this is my first time playing Moji in a very long time. I haven't played her in 4 or 5 months, believe it or not. And that's how we quickly burst somebody down. Nope, I should have magic barriered out of there. Let's pick up kill to heal 2 and life rip 2. Kinda just jump in there and you can get a lot of damage done, but it becomes very difficult at a certain point to play her consistently. Ooh.
Have you met my friend?
I missed that magic barrier. Ooh! Ooh! Got Max caught. Oh shit. That is the downside as well to life rip, by the way. Why I haven't been buying as much life rip is just because it doesn't make any sense to buy it when cauterize is so prevalent. No! I just needed that fucking L2 on him.
Help the middle.
Kind of hard to help the middle when I don't have anyone here. He is a close range character. I need to hit that L2. The L2 just doesn't want to hit. The rate of fire that it comes out at is just annoying me. Yeah, this is why I'm not really a fan of Moji. This is also a map I would not normally be playing her on. Because he has cauterized. People would say, well, why are you magic burying in a situation like that? Stragglers, just one stray bullet in a situation like that can kill you. If you don't know where anyone is, you kind of have to do that.
Enemy double kill. Help the middle.
With how low her cooldowns can get with Peppy, you just kind of need to focus on burn the ability to keep yourself alive and hope you can get another one. He's just getting melted by me.
Enemy rampage. Help the middle. Help the middle. Help the middle. Help the middle.
Thanks for the assistance.
And my magic barrier had a second delay on it. Fuck. I don't really ult too much with her because they don't have like somebody I should be ulting.
Enemy killing spree.
See if I can pull out a sneaky ult.
Condescending. Too bad.
Skiing that's been doing nothing all game.
Have you met my friends? I always have the last laugh.
Yeah, but that's Moji for you. If you want to know why she's so bad, to me it's that last update that they did to her really killed her in my opinion. I don't think Moji's just sustainable anymore. Like, compared to some of the other flanks. And, you know, I was that one person that You know, everyone said Moji was shit. Oh my god, she's so shit. You just hold down 2 buttons. But she had a decent amount of sustain off of just holding down 2 buttons, and it gave her the ability to win a lot of fights. Now she doesn't have that luxury. Now she has the luxury of, oh hi, you're dead. Yeah, I'm second on the team in kills behind Vivian, who's now the new just hold 2 buttons. A good amount of damage, 30k damage. That could have been better. I died 12 times. I would have died less if I had more sustain. Not a lot of healing, so to speak. The Strix was pretty decent. I was going after him a bunch, but... well, that's Moji. Enjoy.